Alrighty, guys, back on the trading, and I want to talk about why a lot of expert advisors, a lot of automated trading softwares, are pretty much worthless as far as a long-term proposition go. What brought this video about is the fact that I've just personally started learning how to code so that I could create my own EAs. And so I do know a fair bit about trading, but I know diddly squat, not very much about coding. I've only been coding for a couple of weeks, so I just really don't know much at all. But surprisingly, or at least it was surprising to me, even my minimal knowledge of coding has allowed me to create profitable EAs. And I don't even know half of the command words that go with the coding. So a lot of learning to do there still, which is probably why it takes me so much, so much time and it does my head in sometimes trying to get certain features to work. There are no doubt commands that allow me to do it a lot easier. But as I said, it's a work in progress. But how I've been learning is, I did a little course on it, but I've also just been doing a lot of Googling, a lot of YouTubing, and seeing how different things work. And then it's up to me to try and fit the pieces together and have the EA do what I wanted to do as a trader. So it hasn't been easy, but I've only just started, and I'm, quite honestly, I'm really impressed, not with my coding ability, but with the fact that because of my limited coding ability, I've been able to have success creating EAs that are profitable. Now, there are a gazillion different EAs out there, but 90% of them aren't really worthwhile. And I'm sort of wondering why. Like if somebody that knows nothing about coding like me can create profitable EAs, then why aren't there a lot more good ones out there? I think several reasons. A lot of people creating them aren't traders, which is really going to be a prerequisite for it. The other is there probably are a lot of profitable EAs out there, but they're private. People have created them and kept them to themselves, and they just want them for the sole purpose of, making money with them themselves, and they're not really looking to market them and sell them as a product or anything. Another one, which I think is probably true in at least a fair few of the different cases, is that EAs, even bad ones, can work for several months. But when they go bad big time and you blow an account. But I think if from a marketing point of view, if you've got a product, an EA, a software that can show really good profit, for 1, 2, 3 or 4 months in a row, that's going to catch the attention of the customers. People are going to want to purchase that product. They purchase that product, and there's a fair chance that their first month is going to be good. And if it is, then they're going to tell their friends. Those friends will become customers, and the company marketing this product is going to get a lot of customers out of it. They don't really care if 4 months down the track everyone loses their money because it's a bad month for that EA, because they've already sold the product. They're okay with that. But for me, I think, and I have come across some companies and some EAs in particular where they're good products. They work long term. You can back test them over a long period of time, see profits, and you can use them yourself. I'm not saying they're perfect. They have good weeks, bad weeks, but averaged out over time, they've been profitable. And that's a big thing with trading. Even if we're not talking about using software, if we're just talking about a manual trading strategy, it's not going to be perfect. It's not going to win every day, every week. Yeah, it's going to have good runs. It's going to have bad runs. And that's one of the reasons that trading isn't for everybody. Because, yes, everyone loves the good runs, but not everybody can handle the bad runs. if you start doing some trading, whether it's with a software or a manual trading strategy that you've learned, and you lose 10% of your account in that first month, you're not going to be real keen. I mean, you could lose a lot more than that, of course, but you're not going to be, you're probably not going to continue using it. But those that have been involved in trading longer, they understand that 1 month means nothing. Like, who cares what happens on a day? Even a week's results mean nothing. A month, not even a month really means too much, although we like to keep the losing months down to a bare minimum. What you really need to see in a good strategy or a good software is 6 or 12 months worth of history proving that it works. And I guarantee even the best EAs out there that I know of, even if you can show 12 months of profitable history, I guarantee you there's some drops. There's, a couple of months where you only just broke even. There's months where you made 20%. There's months where you made 2%. It's not just all, rainbows and unicorns. And so it doesn't matter what sort of trading you're doing, you've got to expect losses. Losses should be part of your trading strategy. They need to be part of your trading strategy so that you know that, if you take a loss, that's part of your strategy. So you don't need to go, oh no, this isn't working, I'm out of here. You're going to have, you might have 4 wins and have 2 losses, 3 wins, 1 loss, whatever. 3 steps forward, 2 steps back, that sort of thing. But as long as it's profitable long term, averaged out, that's all that really matters. Now, getting back to these EAs that I've been creating, they're all, none of them are finished. They're sort of works in progress, and I've sort of got 3 going at the moment. I've just been trying to fit all the pieces together, experiment with different things, but I just wanted to show you one of them here. This probably isn't even my favorite one, because my favorite one, it only trades like, 6 to 10 times a month. So it's a pretty boring expert advisor. You can turn it on and see nothing for a week, because it takes a more precise entry, and therefore wins a bigger percentage of the trades. And it's made excellent profit. Probably, will probably be my most profitable expert advisor. Long term, back tested. I've only just been making them, so I don't have any real actual usage to prove to people, but just back testing them, over 12 months, it's been very, very profitable. But I think it only took out, like less than 100 trades for the whole, 12 months. I forget how many trades, but not very many. And so, as I said, very boring. I mean, nothing wrong with boring if you're making profit, but as far as sort of showing people something that's working, it's a bit too boring. So we're going to look at this one. This one's what I call a cost averager. So it does all its calculations, runs its algorithms and whatnot, and it works out whether it should be doing a buy or a sell. And once it does that, it will cost average into position. And I'll explain that when I kick it off here a bit more. And I'll just run it for a little bit and show you. Oops. Okay. Okay. So what we have going on here is up here, it's telling us what the 1 hour trend is. It's going to base its, whether it does a buy or a sell, off the current 1 hour trend, which is currently a sell. So when we've turned it on here, because of that, it's taken out a sell order. We can see it's taken out a sell order. As the markets move, let's call it the wrong way, it's opened up a second trade and then a third trade. So that's what I mean by it's cost averaging into its best position. Let's run it a bit more. Okay, so those first 3 trades that open, it just closed them out. You can see these 3 dotted red lines. It's closed them out as a profit. So this trade here would have closed out at a loss. This one here, either a loss or about break even, and this one would have been closed out in profit. but the group, those 3 trades as a group, made profit. So that's how that one works. Just running for a little bit more. Look, as you can see, it opens up 2 trades, 3 trades, and closes them in a profit. Okay, in the case here, where the market's just powered down quite hard, it's opened up a trade, closed it in profit, opened up a trade, closed it in profit, opened up a trade, closed it in profit, just bang, 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 little profits all the way down. And now the market's starting to retrace again. So it's opened up a second position, cost averaging into position again. And profit. Trade, 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 and a 4th trade, 5th trade, so now it's got 5 trades open, so it's looking to retrace down to about here somewhere to close out profit. 6 trades, 7 trades. I currently have it set. Okay, what happened here was a trend. Let's pause that. What happened here, it opened up 7 trades. I have it set to open up a maximum of 8 trades at any time. But it's closed them all out here as a loss. All 7 trades just got closed out at a loss. The reason is that the 1-hour trend changed to a buy. So it started out as a sell, as a downtrend. So it's doing sell, 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 sell. And then as the market turned and started coming up, at this point here, the EA recognized it as it's now in an uptrend. So it changed to buy orders. So it's got out of, just instantly closed out all of its trades here. It doesn't care that it took a loss. It needed to get into buy positions now because it is expecting the market to go up now. So it closed these ones out, to minimize the loss, because if the market keeps going up, these ones could get into even more drawdown. So it's closed them out. And now you can see the red dots indicating sell orders. It's now changed to buy orders and needs the market to go up to take profit. You can see it's done a great job of it. It's made profit as the market's gone down. It's taken a little loss, which it generally does as the market turns. But now the market's doing buy orders. It's still cost averaging in position, but it's closed them as a profit, taking profit as the market goes up. Okay, I'm going to stop that little video. I'll stop that back tester there. For those that don't know, what we're looking at here, it's just the MT4 platform, and they have a tester, what they call a strategy tester. And you can just access that through the View tab, and you've got a strategy tester down there. You have 3 options here. Every tick, that's the slowest way to back test, but the most accurate. And then you've got this one, and then you've got this one as well. They're not as accurate, although there's not a lot of difference. It depends on how your EA works as to how accurate this one will be. With mine, I haven't noticed much difference. But I'm just going to change it to this one now because we'll be able to back test this whole month much quicker and see what our total results are. So what we can also see, I've stopped that now, but we can have a look at that graph, which has been showing us the profit. Okay, so we started here, we're into profit. That's when we took that little loss, and we took a loss. So like at the moment, after, we've only been trading for not quite 2 days, we're actually in a loss. Okay, so the first 2 days has been a loss, and we can have a look at a report here. We've lost $136, which is 1.3% of our balance. That's what's happened in the first 2 days. As I mentioned before, taking losses has to be part of the strategy. But let's go back to here, and now let's do, this is September last year. We will quickly back test that whole month. You won't be able to keep up with it. It'll be fast, but we'll see what the results of the whole month work out at. Let's go. Fast forward the back test. So already up to the 7th of September. I'll pause the video a little bit and I'll jump right through. Oh, no, we're nearly there. So up to the 21st already. Banging it out. Up and down, the market goes like it always does. But the strategy needs to be able to take profit. Doesn't matter whether the market's moving up or the market's moving down, you can make money. Okay, so let's see how this one worked out. Let's have a look at the graph first. As you can see, this is our little loss we took on the first couple of days, but the rest of the month has pretty much been in an uptrend. I can't quite read what the profit is there, so I'll just click on the report to have a look. And we've actually made $4,816. This is a starting balance with $10,000. So that we made $4,816.80 for the month of September last year. So that's 48% profit in 1 month. That's huge in anybody's book. I don't care who you are. That's huge, unbelievable, but true. But not every month is that good. Yes, I did pick that month because it's an exceptionally good one. But that's the point. Like, that is a really good month. So let's say you had, if that's all I showed you, who wouldn't want to get this? If I wanted to sell this product, I could sell it based off that, like 48% month. And the maximal drawdown was 5.8% of my account. Okay, so I've made 48% profit. Only ever had a 5.83% drawdown at any stage. So huge and incredible results. But like I mentioned at the start of the video, I think I did, maybe I didn't, but 1 month results isn't really that important. Okay, like a daily result means nothing. A weekly result means nothing. A monthly result, like we've just looked at, doesn't necessarily mean much because you can, as I said before, you can have several good months and then a bad one where you make a whole heap, where you lose a whole heap. So 1 month, no matter how good it looks, isn't enough for you to go and throw your fortune into it, your life savings. You need much longer history to average it out on. So that's what we'll do. I mean, you can back test things several years, but I think the markets do change as time goes along. So something that's working now, and like the optimized settings that I have for this now might work now, but they, 5 years ago, the market could have been moving differently, and those settings won't really, work as good as they do now. So I like to back test over 6 months. I back test over a lot longer, and I have back tested this over a full year, still good profit. But I think the last 6 months are probably what's more important. And what I will do is, like, every couple of months, I'll do some extensive back testing over the most recent 6 months and maybe fine tune some of my settings so that it continues to work well into the future. This is another reason that to use the strategy that I've got going on here, you couldn't do it manually, because that's 2,499 trades it's taken in 1 month. You couldn't physically, you'd be glued to that screen 24 hours a day and still probably not be able to handle that. So this one's quite a high volume trader. As I said, the other one I've got, the one that I've put more work into, it takes 100 trades out for a full year. This one's just taken out 2,500 in 1 month. So big difference between the softwares. But so I'm going to quickly back test over 6 months now. So let's change over the most recent 6 months from the 1st of July through until December 31st. And you get a lot of downtime in December as well because the markets are closed for a few days that you normally miss out on. You get a lot less movement in the market. So generally December is not great, but whatever, 6 months is 6 months. I'm going to whiz through this and see how we go. And I will pause the video a couple of times to, time lapse this for you guys. About finished doing July. We've just started on August. And if I pause the tester there and have a look at the graph, July hasn't been good at all. July finished about here. And so July has been a bad month for this software. It's actually taken about a 10% loss. Anyway, let's keep it running and see how we go. Just into September. We know September's a good one. That's what we back tested just before and made that 48% for September. So this month will make up for that bad July. We're getting there. We're up to November now, guys. Yeah, let's see how the progress is going. Look at the graph. As we can see, the first 2 months, we took a loss the first month, about break even the second month. This was September, that good month. And then we've had, September, that was October, was good profit, not as good as September, but good enough. And now we've just started on November, which started with a little loss. Let's keep it going. We'll get ourselves through to the new year and see how we've averaged out. So this is just back testing the last 6 months. Back testing as if we've run the software, 24 hours a day for the whole 6 months. Obviously, the market to close with the weekend, so it's 24 hours, 5 days a week for 6 months straight. Back testing isn't 100% accurate. I think they say it's sort of 90% accurate. It's just working off a static 20 spread. Actual practice can vary. I'm about to add a spread filter to it so that it won't trade when the spread's too high. But this is a good average. You want to make an EA, you want to make sure back test profitable first. But in actual practice of using an EA, you don't just let it run 24/5, 24 hours a day, 5 days a week, every week. You got to use a little bit. I mean, you can, but to get the most out of it, you need to have a little bit of your own trading knowledge, at least of the markets and when are the best times to run certain things. There are certain events and times that, generally you want to avoid no matter what you're doing with trading. Not that I'll get into them right here, right now, but, whatever this produces over 6 months, I would think in actual practice, I would do better because I would be, fine tuning exactly when I ran it, not just letting it run 24 hours a day all the time. But anyway, we're up to the 28th of December, so we're almost done. This red line denotes the last day of the back test. and done. Quick look at our graph. And as you can see, except for that first month, second month was only break even, so it wasn't much good either. But so we've had 4 profitable months, one of them huge profit, 1 break even month, and 1 loss. And the results all up, we made $10,456. So we've more than doubled our account in that 6 months. So we've made 104.5% profit in just 6 months. Now this software isn't compounding or anything. It's just a static set lot size, which you could increase as your balance increased and all of that, which would increase profits more. Maximum drawdown was 14.7%. That's still acceptable, and considering the amount of profit, that's still good. And in that 6 months, it's taken out over 12,000 trades. But anyway, guys, that's just it. I am going to be starting to run this on demo accounts. Tomorrow's Monday, so I'll be putting this on a actual demo account to run live on a demo account, as opposed to back testing. And I'll share those results, although I don't think it'll be long, and I'll have it on a live account, so I'll be able to share you some results of making real actual money as well very, very shortly. I just find it quite fascinating that I've been, successful so easily when others haven't. All right, guys. Feel free to ask any questions you have about this. Not about how to code, because I barely know that myself. There's a lot more experts on that. But yeah, if you got any questions about these results or any queries, feel free to ask. I've always, not always, but since I got involved in trading, it's definitely become a passion. And it's, learning to code my own EAs is just a very new passion, but I can see me spending many, many hours playing with coding and back testing. I've already spent many, many hours on back testing. It's quite addictive, but an invaluable tool as far as trying to work out the best settings for any type of trading strategy. You can just back test the hell out of it and make sure you get, the very best optimized settings for your software before actually using it for real. All right. That's it for me for now. I'll talk to you all later. Have a good day, guys.